What do you do when the things you've treasured your whole life suddenly disappear? Sometimes, heartbreak leads to unexpected surprises that change everything you thought you knew about love and forgiveness. Has someone ever thrown away something you loved? The morning sun slips through the curtains, lighting up the dust on the old wooden floor. Rachel kneels by the closet, searching through a box. Her hands shake as she lifts the lid of her jewelry box. It's empty. She freezes, staring inside, her heart pounding. She calls out, her voice tight. "Mark, have you seen my keepsakes? The ones from my childhood?" Mark's voice drifts from the hallway. "What keepsakes?" She stands, clutching the box. "The letters, the crafts, my grandma's locket. They're gone. Did you move them?" He walks in, rubbing his eyes. I cleaned out some stuff last weekend. Thought you didn't need all that old junk." Rachel's breath catches. "Junk? Mark, those were my memories. My grandmother gave me that locket. The letters, my mom wrote those when I was little." He looks away, fidgeting with his wedding ring. "I'm sorry, Rach. I just wanted to clear space. You never opened that box." She shakes her head, voice breaking. "You didn't ask. You just took them." He sighs, frustration in his voice. "I didn't think it mattered. We have so much stuff. I thought you'd want less clutter." Rachel's hands tremble as she sets the empty box on the bed. "It matters to me. Those things were all I had left from my childhood." Mark tries to reach for her, but she steps back. "I'm sorry, Rachel. I really am. I'll try to get them back." She looks at him, tears in her eyes. "How? You don't even know where they went." He shrugs, helpless. "Maybe someone at the garage sale knows." Rachel turns away, her voice barely a whisper. "You just don't get it." She sits on the edge of the bed, staring at the empty box. The room feels colder, the silence heavy. She remembers sitting with her grandmother, tracing the locket's chain through her fingers, listening to stories about family and love. Now, all of that feels lost. Mark stands in the doorway, unsure, his shoulders slumped. "I didn't mean to hurt you." Rachel doesn't answer. She closes the jewelry box, her hands shaking. The ticking of the wall clock fills the room, marking the emptiness she feels inside. She wipes her eyes, anger mixing with heartbreak. "You should have asked, Mark. You should have cared." He nods, his voice small. "I know. I messed up." Rachel stands, holding the box close to her chest. She walks to the window, staring out at the street, searching for comfort in the quiet morning. Her thoughts swirl, memories of her childhood, her grandmother's hugs, the feeling of being safe and loved. Now, it's all just emptiness. The light in the room shifts, growing colder as a cloud passes by. Rachel hugs the box tighter, her voice trembling. "I just wanted to keep a piece of my past." Mark stands in the hallway, silent, regret on his face. The distance between them feels wider than ever. Rachel closes her eyes, listening to the clock. Each tick is a reminder of what's been lost and what can't be replaced. She opens her eyes, a tear rolling down her cheek. The day moves on, but nothing feels the same. The kitchen light flickers softly as Rachel stands by the counter, arms crossed. Mark leans against the doorway, his face tight with worry. "Mark, why did you give away my keepsakes?" Rachel's voice is steady but hurt. He sighs, running a hand through his hair. "I didn't think you cared about them anymore. They were just clutter." Rachel's eyes flash with pain. "Clutter? Those were memories, pieces of my past. You didn't even ask me." Mark swallows hard. "I know. I should have talked to you, but the house was getting crowded. I thought you wanted to move on." She shakes her head, voice breaking. You never said that. You never asked. I feel invisible. Mark's frustration surfaces. It's not about ignoring you. It's about trying to make space for us. For our family. Rachel's hands tremble. You made a decision for me, without me. That's not how a marriage works. He looks away, voice softer. I was trying to help. I thought I was doing the right thing. Rachel's mind drifts back. A soft memory of her grandmother sitting beside her, holding the very jewelry box, now empty. Her grandmother's gentle voice echoes. These things carry our stories, Rachel. Never lose them. Tears fill Rachel's eyes. My grandma gave me those keepsakes. They're more than just things. Mark steps closer, regret in his eyes. I'm sorry. I didn't realize how much they meant. Rachel turns away, wrapping her arms around herself. It's not just about the stuff. It's about respect, about listening. Mark nods slowly, the weight of his mistake settling in. I messed up. The room feels colder, the distance between them wider than before. Rachel retreats to the bedroom, closing the door softly behind her. Mark stands alone in the kitchen, the silence heavy. He stares at the empty jewelry box on the counter, understanding at last what he's lost. What would you do if someone gave away something precious to you without asking? How would you handle the hurt? Share your story below. Mark's shoulders slump as he picks up his phone, hoping to find a way to make things right. The morning starts with a restless energy in the house. Rachel stands by the window, her phone pressed to her ear. She calls her best friend, Lena Garcia, her voice tight with worry. Lena, I need your help. My keepsakes are gone. I can't stop thinking about them. Lena's reply is steady and reassuring. I'm here, Rachel. Let's start with the neighbors. Maybe someone saw something at the garage sale. They set out, together, going door to door. Rachel's heart pounds with every knock. Most neighbors shake their heads, offering sympathy, but no answers. Finally, an elderly woman pauses, thinking, I remember a little wooden box at the garage sale. I think I saw it at the thrift shop down the street. Rachel's hope stirs. Thank you so much. She and Lena hurry to the thrift shop, nerves on edge. The bell above the door jingles as they walk in. The owner greets them with a friendly smile. Looking for something special? Rachel shows a photo of her jewelry box on her phone. The owner nods. We had a box like that come in last week. It's on the shelf in the back. Rachel's hands tremble as she picks it up. It's similar, but not hers. Disappointment washes over her, but she refuses to give up. Lena squeezes her shoulder. We'll keep looking, Rachel. Don't lose hope. Meanwhile, back at home, Mark sits alone in the living room. The house feels emptier than ever. He opens the family photo album, flipping through the pages. He stops at a blank spot, a missing photo where Rachel once kept a picture of herself as a little girl, holding her grandmother's locket. The empty space feels like a wound in their family's story. Emily, their 9-year-old daughter, senses the tension. She finds Rachel sitting on the edge of the bed, staring at her empty jewelry box. Emily quietly slips a drawing into her mother's lap. Mom, I drew us together. I want you to be happy. Rachel hugs Emily, holding her close. Thank you, sweetheart. I'm trying. I really am. Mark watches from the hallway, guilt pressing down on him. He wants to fix things, but doesn't know where to start. He remembers Rachel's face when she found the empty box, how her hope seemed to vanish in an instant. Rachel's search grows more determined. She posts on local community boards, calls nearby shops, and asks friends if they've seen any of her keepsakes. Each step is exhausting, but she pushes forward, refusing to let go of her past. One afternoon, Rachel receives a call from a neighbor. "I saw a box like yours at the charity sale at the church. You might want to check there." Rachel's heart races as she heads to the church with Lena. The charity sale is winding down, but a volunteer remembers seeing a wooden box among the donated items. Rachel searches through the tables, her breath catching as she spots something familiar. She picks up the box, turning it over in her hands. It's hers. The initials carved on the bottom, the faded sticker from her childhood. Everything matches. Relief floods through her, mixed with tears. Rachel thanks the volunteer, hugging the box to her chest. Lena smiles, her eyes shining. "I knew you'd find it." Back at home, Rachel places the box on her dresser. She opens it, running her fingers over the letters and trinkets inside. The pain isn't gone, but the hole in her heart feels smaller. Mark enters the room, quietly, watching her. He sees the relief on her face and the tears in her eyes. "I'm sorry, Rachel. I never should have touched your things. I didn't understand how much they meant." Rachel looks at him, her voice soft but firm. "They're part of who I am. I needed you to see that." He nods, regret in his eyes. "I see it now. I want to make things right." Emily joins them, hugging both her parents. The family stands together, the distance between them beginning to close. Rachel glances at the family photo album, her gaze lingering on the missing page. She knows the album and their family will never be perfect, but with time and honesty, they can start to fill in the blank spaces together. The day ends with a quiet sense of hope. Rachel's search has led her back to a piece of her past, and though the journey isn't over, she feels stronger. The surprising discovery at the charity sale is just the beginning of healing for her and her family. The afternoon sun filters softly through the living room window. Rachel sits on the couch, her fingers nervously twisting the empty wooden jewelry box. The air feels heavy, filled with unspoken words and lingering hurt. The doorbell rings. Rachel looks up, surprised. Mark stands at the door, holding a large, wrapped box. His eyes are hopeful, but cautious. "Rachel," he says quietly, stepping inside. "I know I messed up. I wanted to try to make things right." Rachel's eyes narrow, her voice trembling. "Mark, after everything, I don't know if I'm ready." He nods, setting the box down gently. "I don't expect forgiveness right away. I just want you to see this." Rachel hesitates, then slowly unwraps the box. Inside is a beautifully crafted wooden memory box, polished and smooth. She lifts the lid, revealing carefully arranged replicas of her lost keepsakes, handmade crafts, letters, and a delicate locket. Alongside them are new mementos, photos of their family, small tokens from their life together. Her breath catches. "How did you?" Mark smiles softly. "I found a local artist who could recreate your keepsakes. I wanted to give you something to hold on to, something that shows I'm sorry." Rachel's eyes fill with tears. "It's beautiful, but it can't replace the originals." He reaches out, taking her hand. "I know, but I hope it's a start, a way to rebuild what I broke." She looks at the box, then back at Mark. "It's more than I expected. Thank you." Mark pulls out a small, folded note from the box. "This is a letter from the artist," he says. She wanted to share why she made each piece the way she did. Rachel unfolds the note, reading aloud softly. Each item is made with care, to honor the memories they hold. The locket is a symbol of love that never fades. The letters are recreated with the same handwriting style, to keep the voice alive, and the crafts are made with the same colors and textures, to bring back the feelings of childhood. Rachel's voice breaks. "It's like they're alive again." Mark nods. "I wanted you to feel that, to know that your past Your memories still matter. To me, to us. She looks at him, searching his eyes. Why didn't you talk to me before? He sighs, running a hand through his hair. I was scared. Scared you'd be angry, or that I'd make things worse. I thought I was helping by just fixing it myself. But I see now I was wrong. Rachel's tears fall freely. It hurt, Mark. I felt invisible, like my past didn't matter. He reaches for her hand again. I'm sorry. I want to listen now, to understand. They sit in silence for a moment, the weight of the past hanging between them. Rachel takes a deep breath. I want to forgive you, but it's going to take time. Mark nods. I'm here, for as long as it takes. The afternoon light shifts, casting a warm glow over the room. The memory box sits open on the coffee table, a bridge between the past and the future. Rachel looks down at the box again, her fingers tracing the smooth wood. I never thought I'd see these again. Mark's voice is soft. I wanted to give you back a piece of your story. She nods slowly. It's not just about the things. It's about feeling seen. He frowns, his eyes sincere. I didn't see that before. I was blind to how much it meant to you. Rachel's voice is steady. It's hard to forget, but maybe this can help us remember what matters. Mark reaches out, brushing a tear from her cheek. I want to be better. For you, for Emily, for us. She leans into him, the tension easing. I want that too. They sit together, the memory box between them, a symbol of brokenness and hope. Outside, the wind rustles the leaves, a quiet reminder that even after storms, new growth is possible. The day moves forward, and with it, the chance to heal. The gift is more than a box. It's a promise to listen, to respect, and to love. The journey isn't over, but the first step has been taken. The room feels warmer now, filled with the soft light of forgiveness. Rachel closes her eyes, breathing deeply. Thank you, Mark. He smiles, holding her hand tightly. Thank you for giving me a chance. The memory box glows softly in the afternoon sun, a beacon of hope and new beginnings. Have you ever received a gift that helped heal a deep wound? How did it change your feelings? Share your experience below. The gift opens a door, not just to memories, but to honest conversations and healing. Rachel sits quietly on the couch, her hands tightly folded in her lap, the afternoon light casting soft shadows across the room. Mark stands nearby, his gaze searching hers, hesitant, but ready to face the conversation they've both been avoiding. Breaking the silence, Rachel's voice trembles with raw honesty. Mark, I need to say this. When you gave away my keepsakes, it wasn't just about the things. It was about me, my memories, my past. I felt invisible, like my feelings didn't matter. Mark nods slowly, his voice low and filled with regret. I know. I was scared, Rachel. Scared of losing control over the house, over everything. I thought if I just handled it on my own, I could fix things. But I didn't realize how much I was hurting you. Rachel looks away, biting her lip to hold back tears. I wanted to be part of the decision. I wanted us to talk, but you shut me out. Taking a tentative step closer, Mark's hands tremble slightly as he admits, I'm sorry. I failed to communicate. I thought I was helping, but I was only making things worse. Tears well up in Rachel's eyes. It's not just about the keepsakes. It's about respect and listening. Mark gently takes her hand. I want to listen now. I want to understand. Just then, the doorbell rings, breaking the tension. Rachel wipes her eyes as her best friend, Lena, steps inside, carrying a small basket of flowers. Lena's warm smile brings a flicker of comfort. I thought you might need some company, Rachel manages a small smile. Thanks, Lena. It's been a hard day. Lena sets the basket on the table and sits beside Rachel. Sometimes, the hardest conversations are the ones that heal the deepest wounds. Mark nods, his voice filled with hope. I want to make things right. I want us to be a team again. Rachel takes a deep breath, steadying herself. I want that too, but it's going to take time. Lena reaches into her bag and pulls out a small, faded photo. Rachel, remember this? Rachel's eyes widen as she sees a picture of herself as a young girl sitting on her grandmother's lap. A soft voice echoes in her mind, recalling her grandmother's wisdom. Forgiveness isn't forgetting, Rachel. It's choosing to heal. Through tears, Rachel smiles. My grandma always knew how to make things better. Mark looks at the photo, then at Rachel. I want to be part of that healing. Rachel glances toward the mantel where the newly crafted memory box rests, polished and shining, a symbol of fresh beginnings. It's a fresh start, she says softly. Mark squeezes her hand. A promise. The three sit together, the weight of the past slowly lifting from their shoulders. Rachel's voice begins, calm and hopeful. The camera lingers on the memory box, a beacon of their renewed commitment. The room feels warmer now, filled with the soft light of forgiveness. Rachel closes her eyes, breathing deeply. We're not perfect, but we're trying, and that's what matters. Mark smiles, his eyes shining. Together, Rachel looks at Mark, her voice soft but firm. I want us to keep talking. No more secrets, no more decisions made alone. Mark nods, voice steady. I promise, we'll face everything together. Lena adds, and remember, healing isn't a straight line. There will be ups and downs, but you're not alone. Rachel smiles, feeling a flicker of hope. Thank you, Lena, for being here, for reminding me what's possible. Mark looks at Rachel, determination in his eyes. I'm ready to do the work, for us, for our family. Rachel leans her head on Mark's shoulder. Me too. The camera slowly pulls back, showing the three of them sitting together, united. The memory box glows softly on the mantel, a symbol of new beginnings and renewed love. The room is filled with quiet strength and the promise of tomorrow. This heartfelt conversation marks the foundation for Rachel and Mark's journey toward rebuilding their relationship. Through honest expression, vulnerability, and the support of a trusted friend, they begin to repair the fractures caused by misunderstanding and silence. The memory box stands as a powerful symbol of their commitment to healing and moving forward together. Mark begins to demonstrate his commitment to Rachel's feelings through consistent, tangible actions. He takes the initiative to help declutter their home, carefully sorting through belongings with respect for what matters most to Rachel. Instead of rushing to clear space, he preserves meaningful items, like old photographs and cherished mementos, showing that he values her past and her emotions. Mark finds a photo from their first trip to the lake and shares it with Rachel, sparking memories and a gentle smile. He organizes the home thoughtfully, balancing the need for order with honoring Rachel's sentimental attachments. His actions speak louder than words, signaling his genuine desire to listen and rebuild their connection. Rachel notices the change. The home feels lighter and more open, not just physically, but emotionally. She begins to let go of some of the resentment that weighed on her heart, allowing herself to focus on the present and the possibilities of their future together. One evening, the sound of laughter fills the room as their daughter Emily eagerly rolls dice during a family game night. Her joyful voice and playful spirit symbolize the gradual healing taking place within their family. Emily's excitement and laughter bring a renewed sense of warmth and togetherness. Rachel smiles, feeling the comfort of shared happiness and the return of lightness to their home. Mark's playful competitiveness and engagement with Emily show his growing presence and commitment to family life. This simple, joyful moment reflects the progress Rachel and Mark have made in reconnecting and rebuilding trust, even as they acknowledge that healing is a process requiring patience and persistence. Rachel and Mark attend a counseling session together, seeking tools to deepen their understanding and improve their communication. The counselor, Sarah, emphasizes that communication is a skill built over time and encourages vulnerability. Rachel shares her journey of learning to release the past and focus on building a new foundation. Mark expresses his commitment to listen more attentively and practice patience. The session reinforces that healing is not instant, but a continuous path they are willing to walk together. Back at home, Rachel and Mark share a tender moment, sitting close with Rachel resting her head on Mark's shoulder. Rachel expresses hope for their future together. Mark reassures her with a gentle kiss on the forehead, affirming their shared commitment. They both acknowledge that healing is a journey, not a quick fix, but they are ready to face it side by side. The family photo album resting on the shelf serves as a quiet symbol of their growing bond and the memories they continue to build together. The atmosphere in their home feels lighter, filled with the promise of healing, love, and renewed trust. Rachel and Mark's story illustrates that rebuilding trust requires consistent effort, open communication, and shared moments of joy. While the road to healing is ongoing, their commitment to each other and their family lays a hopeful foundation for the future. Mark takes meaningful steps to show Rachel that he values her feelings. He helps declutter their home, carefully sorting through belongings with respect for what matters most to Rachel. Instead of rushing to clear space, he preserves meaningful items like old photographs and cherished mementos, showing that he honors her past and emotions. He finds a photo from their first trip to the lake and shares it with Rachel, sparking warm memories and a gentle smile. Mark organizes the home thoughtfully, balancing the need for order with honoring Rachel's sentimental attachments. His actions speak louder than words, signaling his genuine desire to listen and rebuild their connection. Rachel notices the change. The home feels lighter and more open, not just physically, but emotionally. She begins to let go of some of the resentment that weighed on her heart, allowing herself to focus on the present and the possibilities of their future together. One evening, the sound of laughter fills the room as their daughter Emily eagerly rolls dice during a family game night. Her joyful voice and playful spirit symbolize the gradual healing taking place within their family. Emily's excitement and laughter bring a renewed sense of warmth and togetherness. Rachel smiles, feeling the comfort of shared happiness and the return of lightness to their home. Mark's playful competitiveness and engagement with Emily show his growing presence and commitment to family life. This simple, joyful moment reflects the progress Rachel and Mark have made in reconnecting and rebuilding trust, even as they acknowledge that healing is a process requiring patience and persistence. Rachel and Mark attend a counseling session together, seeking tools to deepen their understanding and improve their communication. Their counselor emphasizes that communication is a skill built over time and encourages vulnerability. Rachel shares her journey of learning to release the past and focus on building a new foundation. Mark expresses his commitment to listen more attentively and practice patience. The session reinforces that healing is not instant, but a continuous path they are willing to walk together. Back at home, Rachel and Mark share a tender moment. Sitting close with Rachel, resting her head on Mark's shoulder, Rachel expresses hope for their future together. Mark reassures her with a gentle kiss on the forehead, affirming their shared commitment. They both acknowledge that healing is a journey, not a quick fix, but they are ready to face it side by side. The family photo album resting on the shelf serves as a quiet symbol of their growing bond and the memories they continue to build together. The atmosphere in their home feels lighter, filled with the promise of healing, love, and renewed trust. Rachel and Mark's story illustrates that rebuilding trust requires consistent effort, open communication, and shared moments of joy. While the road to healing is ongoing, their commitment to each other and their family lays a hopeful foundation for the future. The sun is bright and the air is filled with laughter as Rachel and her family spread out their blanket at the park. Emily races ahead, her giggles echoing as she chases butterflies, while Mark unpacks sandwiches and juice boxes. Rachel sits quietly for a moment, the memory box resting beside her, its lid slightly open to reveal a mixture of old treasures and new keepsakes. Rachel's voice is warm and steady, carrying the lessons she's learned. When I look back, I realize how much I used to hold on to the past, afraid that letting go meant losing a part of myself. But I've learned that memories aren't just things you keep in a box. They're the stories you share, the love you show, and the forgiveness you give, even when it's hard. Emily runs over, holding up a daisy. "For you, Mom." Rachel smiles, tucking the flower behind her ear. She watches Mark and Emily together, their laughter easy and real, and feels a gentle peace settle in her heart. Rachel continues, her words honest and hopeful. "There was a time when I thought I'd never forgive Mark for what he did. I felt invisible, unheard, and alone. But as we talked, really talked, I saw that forgiveness isn't about forgetting the hurt. It's about choosing to move forward, to build something new together. Respect means listening, even when you don't understand. Love means being patient, even when it hurts." Mark sits beside her, his hand finding hers. "You okay?" he asks quietly. Rachel nods, her eyes shining. "I am. I really am." She glances at the memory box, now brimming with letters, photos, and new drawings from Emily. Each item tells a story, not just of what was lost, but of what was found. The box, once empty and forgotten, has become a symbol of their family's journey. The pain, the healing, the hope. Rachel's thoughts turn outward, her voice inviting others to reflect. If you're holding on to anger or regret, I hope you find the courage to talk about it. If you feel unheard, keep reaching out. Communication and respect are the roots of every strong family. Forgiveness doesn't happen in a day, but every small step matters. Sometimes, the things we lose make space for something even more beautiful. Emily tugs at her hand. "Come play, Mom." Rachel laughs and stands, joining her family in the sunshine. As the afternoon drifts by, the memory box sits in the grass, its treasures safe inside. Rachel knows there will be hard days ahead, but she feels ready to face them with patience, understanding, and love. Her final words are gentle, meant for anyone who needs them. Cherish what matters most. Nurture love through kindness and patience. And remember, healing is possible, even after the deepest hurt. Our memories, old and new, are the threads that hold us together. The story closes on the memory box, now a symbol of resilience and hope as laughter and sunlight fill the park. If Rachel's story touched you, please give it a like and share your thoughts or experiences in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe for more real-life, emotional stories. And if you know someone who needs a reminder that forgiveness and understanding can heal even the deepest wounds, please share this video with them. Your support means so much to us.